There is a big scam allegations in DSC 2025 teachers recruitment in during 2025 in Andhra Pradesh. That allegation was made by the opposition leader Jagan Mohan Reddy. Directly, he posted in his X account that releasing the DSC 2025 recruitment process. He directly pointed it to Chief Minister, Honorable Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu. He said, Chandrababu Garu, of course, he tweeted in Telugu, I'm just converting into English. He said, you conducted DSC or what? You cheated the unemployed youth during DSC process. Where is transparency? That is what actually Jagan Mohan Reddy posted. He said, there are many paper leaks, data deletes, merit lists were missing. Please answer all these things to the public. He said during our means previous Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy, and he said he means to say that during his YSR rule, they issued few seats, few vacancies for recruitment. Intentionally, they they cancelled all this recruitment process, and intentionally they delayed, and they issued re-notification, and they used it as a for publicity. Finally, they recruited some candidates, but there were a lot of allegations of scams during this process. This is what he posted. And he also said, your son, that means Nara Lokesh, is now leading education ministry. He says that at least there is something called a dark operation. Why Nara Lokesh dark operation was hidden by you? That's what an allegation done by Jagan Mohan Reddy, opposition leader. He also alleging that during examination there is something called SCRT outsourcing employee. Someone he was employee, SCRT outsourcing employee. He got top ranks. That is where actually in the social media the speculation is going on social media that the SCRT person who worked there in the that is one kind of outsourcing company or a system in which he worked there as an employee. That means they are the one who sketched the entire process, and they are the one who preserved the question papers, and they are the one who framed the questions. So he got top rank. Maybe there was suspecting that this person knows the question paper before writing the exam. So how he got top ranks? That was one allegation made by the opposition leader. And he also alleged that the database was removed. He is asking why merit lists were hidden, why the the toppers details were removed from the website. The toppers details were removed from the website. Why did you do all these things? This is one kind of allegation made by the opposition leader, opposition party, obviously. He also said they sent selected candidates only through they sent a message to selected candidates only through SMS. Why did it happen like this? Why it was not published online? He said in collectorate offices, why the data was not disclosed? And there was allegation that sports quota jobs were sold for 15 lakhs. 15 lakhs of rupees they were sold in sports quota jobs. He alleged that your party people dealt the entire process. He sold for 15 lakhs under the sports quota. That's why this scam took place. That is one kind of allegation made by the opposition leader YS Jagan Mohan Reddy. He also alleged that they removed TET convener just before examination. They appointed the new person, and everything happened in the education department under the guidance of the joint directors, DSC convener, and they replaced with someone. Maybe this is part of this scam. It was allegation by the opposition party. So finally he says that this mega DSC became a league DSC. This is exactly the Telugu post which the leader of opposition YS Jagannath Reddy posted. The DSC scam now was an allegation, of course. As of now it is an allegation stage and a driven political controversy. Exactly no proofs for whatever the claims made by the opposition party. There's someone called Parvati Reddy Chandrasekhar Reddy. He released that mega DSC 2025 to teacher recruitment had multiple irregularities, and at different stages, different irregularities. He demanded for CBI probe. His main allegations were that teacher posts were allegedly sold for around 15 lakhs. Audio clips were circulating on social media, and there were many issues regarding merit lists, certification verification, sports quota selection, and appointments. There were many issues. So the main allegations they were making is that merit list transparency issue. Opposition directly alleging that they removed the entire merit list from the website. Some candidates, they got information that you are selected through SMS. Sports quota controversy. B.Ed TET guidelines, requirements, they have specific guidelines that the sports quota, they should meet these following requirements. There were appointments under this sports quota, allegedly they ignored all these kind of requirements. This is one allegation they made. And main circulation is going on in social media is SCRT employee controversy. One person who is working under SCRT, he also appeared for DSC. He actively working under, he actively preparing the entire process of examination. Same person appeared for the examination and he got the top rank. So that was the major allegation they're taking. That's why they're releasing job sale allegation. They're doing it. But whatever we demand, the government of Andhra Pradesh, that publish complete selection data. We are demanding the government to publish entire the selection data, district wise you publish, marks, ranks, category, roster points, quota, waiting list, selected list, everything keep online so that the people may verify who got, who not got, and everything has to be, now they have to be exposed or displayed in different platforms. See, anonymize the sensitive personal details if needed. No more, once the allegations are surfaced, then there is no secret data. Everything has to be exposed under the allegations to clear the allegations. So public audit trail is required. So the government has to recruit, release the entire recruitment timeline, like, when they conducted exam, when the key was issued, and what are the objections they received from different people, what are the final key they published, what are the different rankings and how they verified and how the allotment took place. Everything has to be kept online. Then only every stage, every candidate status has to be displayed online. Then the transparency comes, otherwise these rumors will continue. Independent technical audit is required. As the opposition people, they're demanding for the CBI inquiry, do it. External agency, use some external agency, CBI and whatever it may be, use not the state appointed committees and all. They all again, they will work under the state government, because once the allegation comes, it is the government responsibility to prove their allegations. Certificate verification disclosure is required. The verified, rejected, pending data has to be published, and horizontal reservation verification process, sports quota, special disclosure has to be published. So time-bound objections portal with tracking number and written responses. Release cutoff logic. Explain merit, roster, horizontal reservation calculations district-wise. And main important is that you have to immediately go for a forensic review of all the audio tapes that are being circulated in social media. Are these who whose voice is that, why they offered to candidates that if you give 15 lakhs we'll give you job, and what are those audio tapes. So the question paper security disclosure is mandatory now. Explain paper setting, how they did it, and how they encrypted, how they transported, how they server accessed, and everything has to be explained to the public now. If required, go for third party social audit, including like teacher unions. They include teacher unions in that, candidate representatives, reservation experts, and retired education officers, and use all these people and go for a neutral committee, and then immediately the government has to give a legislative statement on that, how they're going to clear the allegations which they received from the opposition. This is most important. I think immediately the government has to go for clearing of the doubts that people got. Thank you. Namaskar.